he inadvertently dropped one from the bench. It was at that moment that the ring contacted the ground and rang, and the sound just carried. And it was that ringing sound that was the genesis of the Kotobo. The idea had a genesis that coincided with the invention of carbon fiber itself. Stan Prosen, who was one of the co-founders of Kotobo, was working in a lab at the time doing premier research on composites. He fabricated the fiber into what is known as the NOL ring. He inadvertently dropped one from the bench, and the sound just carried. And it was that ringing sound that embedded in his mind the possibility of this material to have an acoustical relevance. We realized that what we had here were the tools to make really exceptional high-performance bows. So my background lent itself very well to understanding structural mechanics. Stan, of course, was a notable materials scientist, and the missing element to having this dream realized was, frankly, an expertise in bow making.
When Jeff first came to me with the idea of becoming really part and parcel of the process of developing a high-performance bow, at first, I, like the rest of the bow-making world, violin-making world, had no small prejudice against synthetic products.
You have a materials scientist and an aerospace engineer with this idea, which at the time was considered pretty far-fetched.
A singular impression that I remember from those first meetings, it was his reverence for natural product and what the bow makers have done for some centuries.
The marriage of art and science and tradition and the future, they all converged at this point.
Yes, this is something I not only could do, but should do. The bow is the agent of communion between the player and the instrument, so that she in turn, can bring forth beauty into the world.
It is important to Kotobo to include the musicians. The musicians are the reason the bows are made. The instrument is my voice, and the bow is my breath. And so the bow is an extension of me as a person.
Kotobo is a story both of a resurrection of a former idea and the realization of a dream. We can impact both the mechanical and the acoustical response of a bow in a way that has never been possible in history. Though our workshop looks different from a traditional workshop, the timeless ingredients are still there. The dedication to the art form, the dedication to the ultimate beauty of performance.